old presentation that I've already done quite a while back, and I'm sure we forget about all these things. So we'll briefly go through that. But I thought what was really essential was to go into the back office and just go through certain areas of the back office. My reason for that is when we all joined LifeWave, we were given all these tools to run our business perfectly fine. Quite frankly, with how we've been spoiled with all the tools, we don't need to even ask any questions. If we just go in and fiddle around with it, all the answers are within our back office, in the YouTube channel, in the Facebook thing. So I think it's better to just educate people a little bit more on where they can find the stuff, get used to it, and everyone's life will get better. Quite frankly, my feeling is that if you don't know how to get around there, then I wouldn't suggest even going to sign up another person, because all we're doing is bringing in another person that is going to battle with all the business side of everything and know what's going on. Because I feel it's my responsibility by bringing someone on to train them on those sort of things as well. And it's not a fact of training them in full. It's just a fact of saying, go here, go there. There's all the information. It teaches you how to do it. I think Renita used the comment about 6 months ago is when you get into this business, you've got to be like a child that's just got a new cell phone and you want to find out everything from it. So let's just go into my back office and then we can go through it. And anyone, please ask questions as we're going through it and just add certain things. There we go. Just add your comments to it. If anyone else knows a little bit more about it, I've learned how to do this purely by fiddling around. Okay. Now, I'm sure all of us have seen that back office. The first thing I'm going to go into is resources on this side. If you go into resources, besides all of these that you can click on, and you're not going to break it. So just fiddle around, go into it, have a look at it, get the information that you need. But this part here is click the links below to get started. I mean, that tells you straight away, get started. How do you, a new member startup information? There's your letter. Congratulations on your decision and welcome to LifeWave family. What should you do next? Second, third, it tells you all that information. Read our product brochures, read the information on the website, watch our industry leading videos, participate in our weekly calls, become familiar with the tools that you have available to you in the back office. All right, if we go to the next one, I'm going to go down to back office basics. There's a whole brochure on everything about the back office, how to sign into your back office, how to review, rank, advance, how to request the customer and contact them. Everything tells you exactly how to do it. Forgotten your password, how to change your right and left leg. We'll go a little bit more into that. Lisa, please remind me on when we show them how to log into lock that. You can change your credit card details, how to sign up to webinars, how to set a monthly subscription, how to modify a monthly subscription. Everything is here. How to purchase products, how to order maintenance kits, where to find product promotions, how to use the pre-populated card, every last little thing about how to get around, how to access it, and what to do is all on this whole brochure. So it is essential that a new person or people that don't know at this stage to actually go into, I can't get back, to go into this and read this stuff and get to know it better. How to sign up a new brand partner. There we go,
Your
enrolling in.
screen share is on off. it.
No. On off.
Yeah, we can't. Well, I can't see it. I don't know if everyone else
No,
can.
I can see it.
I can see it.
Okay,
Yeah, I
if you
can
said-
see it, but I'm on a laptop, not a phone.
Got it. Sorry, something's changed in Zoom.
All right, so everyone can see it now. Okay, enrolling a new brand partner, option 1, option 2, step 1, step 2, step 3, up to step 5. It tells you exactly what to do and how to do it. How to sign up. Yeah, how to get paid. There's a whole description on how you register for your wallet, how to get paid, how to set everything up, what you must do next. So as you can see, every last little thing that we really need is here. Now, besides that, there's product education tools. If you want to know more about a product, what the product does, where to stick the patches, all the brochures are there. Your compensation plan, how it works is there. Your marketing tools, all the different information, like those new little videos that got out, is on this website. You can take them off that website. You don't even have to go Google on YouTube or ask someone to send it to you. It's all on there. Every last little thing is on there. The InTouch app, you want to know how to use the InTouch app, you click on there, it'll give you instructions on how to do it. All right. So let me go back to home. Then the main area where you can monitor your downline, you can see what they've ordered, when the next order must be, where they're situated on your binary. You go into organization and you can go personally enrolled team. It'll give you all the people that you've personally enrolled. Whether they've got an auto shipment placed or whether they haven't got an auto shipment placed, whether they're on the right leg or the left leg, what package they've actually bought, it's all there. Okay, your downline ranks. There's so much here, you're just gonna have to click on it and go through it. Okay, there you can see no rank 2, bronze 7, silver 7, tells you exactly how many you've got of each thing, how many managers you've got underneath you, the people's details, their ID number, well, their LifeWave ID, their last name, the company it is, and if you want to find out more about the person, you can click on that little picture. Their details come up on how many points they've got on the left leg, on the right leg, whether they're active. You can go into their orders, what they've actually ordered, when they've ordered it, the dates when it's ordered, the shipment dates, the total rand dollar value, how many points you've actually got out of them. You can go into view items and actually see what they actually ordered at each time as well. Okay. What's another one I think I'll go into? You can get retail customers, preferred customers, all the reps underneath you, brand partners, downline order. Okay, let's go into the binary tree view. Okay, that shows you your whole binary on this upline. Okay. All right. It's got me at the top and everyone else that's coming underneath me. These ones for the little hearts are the ones that you have personally sponsored. If you just hover over it, it'll give you all the details of who that person is, what rep count they are, how many points they got on their left leg, right leg, and you can see who sponsored them. Liesel sponsored that one, which is directly under me. Alicia sponsored that one. I sponsored those two. There's another one of Liesel that's sponsored. Now, because it's a small little thing, it's difficult to see the whole thing. So what you do is you just go bottom left or bottom right if you want to see who's right at the bottom. And those are the last people on my left leg. Hover over it. And you can see who sponsored them and who they are and how they're sitting with all their points. So you just go up, you go up one level. That was the person we just looked at now. That's the person above them. Okay, go up another level until we get right back to where I was. So you can monitor exactly where they're placed. But now another tricky little thing is if you want to specifically place a person here where this empty space is, you click on that. Sorry, it seems a bit slow. And it takes you straight into the enrollment page. But now in your URL, you'll actually find a link that when that person clicks on that, they will automatically be placed in that specific position. So it's not about just left or right, because when it goes left or right, it goes to the outside legs. But if you specifically want to stick someone under someone else, you can choose that as well.
Peter, can I ask you, that only happened before? What if you've signed someone up and they've put it, can you move them to their, like below, you've got these two rights and there's these two gaps. Is that intentional that you've not filled those gaps, or?
Okay, the reason for that is, let's say I've got my, which I'll show you how to set it. If I've got it to set to go left leg, okay, that last person on the outside, the last open gap on the outside will automatically go there. It won't go into the inner gaps. Okay? So if you want to put it into, fill a hole in a gap somewhere, you have to click on that plus to get that specific link for it. Okay, but once you place the person, you can't go move them. Unfortunately not. Does that answer your question?
So you are like, you keep going left, right, but then you've got within left, you've got left and right. So how do you, so you choose for the next person to go into left, right of left, how do you, that's the only way you can do it is through the link.
You can only do it through link if you want to specifically place. It'll always go outer left, outer right, outer left, outer right. Now, one thing, I did pick up someone a little while ago that got confused with the left and the right. When I get to the presentation, the little thing at the slide that we put together, I want to explain what the left leg and what the right leg is. So don't get confused here. This is all my left leg, okay? Over there is not my right. It's still my left leg. That is not my right. It's still my left leg. So it doesn't matter where it doesn't matter where it gets placed here. It'll still be on the left leg. So it's not going to benefit you in any way if you stick someone under there.
So also, Peter, just to ask, so you've got a plus sign over there under, I'm trying to show you on my screen, but you can't see my mouse. But you've got a space open on the right. So now when you enroll somebody else, is that going to go automatically into that right position?
No.
Is this what you're talking about here?
Yes.
Okay, if I enroll someone now and I've placed it left,
yes,
it'll go outside left.
So how do you get it to go there other than showing it on the link?
The only way you can get it to go there, if you wanted to, is click on that and then go
onto the link. Okay.
Use that URL or whatever you want to call it in the bar above, and then it will place them there. But personally, I wouldn't. I'm just telling you out of interest that you can do it, but there's no benefit to you.
I was going to say, does it help in any way? Is there a
No,
reason for it? Okay. No,
it
that's
might
fine.
just
But isn't that
carry
isn't
on.
the reason you do that is to have 4 people below you? So like if you go up to where you are, to your name, and
Yeah.
then you have 4 people, but they're all going down. Surely if you have 2 people, like here on you, is that you at the top?
No, I have to keep on going. This leg is quite long.
Oh.
So if I go up one level, up one level, up one level, I'll eventually get to me. But it's not moving. It's,
So you're already a manager or something because you've got 4 people under you. It doesn't matter if they're two, they just go down the left leg, they just go down the right leg.
yeah. When I show the slide, I will explain that manager and how it opens up your binary, because it doesn't matter what you've got underneath you. They have to be personally sponsored before that opens up. Okay.
Yeah.
It can't just be someone else putting it, because your upline, that's part of their leg. So if Liesel or someone above there, Alicia or someone like that, starts placing people, it's going to go below my last one. But it doesn't count for me in my ranking or opening up my binary. That's where personally sponsored people only create that. But what you're going to do is you're still going to benefit from the points. Every monthly order those people put through, it'll accumulate your points. So someone who hasn't brought on personally sponsored people will see their points climbing and climbing and climbing on the one leg, but they can't use those points until they've actually personally sponsored the person on the left and the person on the right.
So would it be safe to say, if you're wanting to manage your team, that you would then tell this person where there's a heart there, that 2482772, you would
Yeah.
then at that point tell her, remember to change it to the right.
Yes. So, yeah, thanks for bringing that up, and it's a valid point. That's Colleen. I personally sponsored her. She's already got someone over here. If she just leaves it unbalanced or left, the person's going to fall on this side. Okay.
Okay, got it.
And now I've set her leg to go to the right. The minute she brings on her own sponsored person, they're going to fall here. Okay. But now her next sponsored, then she'll go left. It's going to go to the bottom of here, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be directly under you, as long as it's on her left side and her right side. You with me?
Okay, so it's really to monitor the management of your team.
Yes.
And to help your team.
Yeah,
okay.
You're helping
Great.
your team with it.
Great.
Let me go up
Thank
to
you.
mine and I'll show you where I can, if it's not going to take too long. Now remember, this is only the left leg I'm on. The right leg, you'll click separately and you can monitor that. Okay. There you see, that's me at the top there. Now, I personally sponsored on the right side, and I personally sponsored another one on the right side here, but on the left I didn't. And then there's another one that came underneath me. So all I had was on the right side, but not on the left. Now, if we keep going down, you will see further down where I have sponsored 2 people on there. Okay. But that's
So you said,
Mhm.
can I ask you a question there? Like these 2 people that you sponsor or that you didn't sponsor, do they become a part of your 4 people that you need to get to manager, or they don't count?
These don't count for my ranking at all. The only thing I benefit from them is that their points will feed up into me. and it'll go past me to the person that actually sponsored them. So if they buy 100 and worth 110 points, I'll get 110 points. If they buy 55 points, I'll get 55. That's where we're helping each other by putting people underneath all the time. So I benefit from the points, but I can't redeem those points and turn it into cash until I've got one person on my right that I've sponsored and one person on my left. Then the binary opens up where you can now then earn up to $100 per week, provided you've got 660 on the one side and 330 on the other side. You've got to get those points up to that value, which is equivalent to $50. If you double that to 1,200 and 660, you can cycle $100. But then to become the manager, you have to have 2 on your right side and 2 on your left side that you personally sponsored. Then it opens up from $100 a week to $1,500 a week, point depending. You still have to have accumulated those points. But everyone down here is helping my left leg points. Everyone down here is helping my right leg points. Okay, with it now. Shemaine, you got any more questions on it?
No, that's clear. Thank you.
Okay, great. Okay, so that's one area that you can go in and see exactly where everyone is, what they are, whether it's personally sponsored and whether it isn't, and what you've got to do in order to get yourself to the next grade. So here it says on the left leg it's 23 people, on the right leg it's 8 people. That tells you there as well. Okay. Now to lock the place, you go on your name at the top. You go to change settings. You go down to that point there where it says build left, build right, strong left outside. So you decide whether you want to build left or build right. You lock it on those, go save, and then whoever comes on just with your normal link, they will go automatically to that side. Once you've built more on that side, you say, oh, I've got to start building on the other side. You just go back there and change it again. So you'll be constantly going in and out to change it. Now, you might have heard the terms the power leg and the pay leg. The power leg is the person that's brought you in, they will be building on one of the sides. So everyone that they bring in is going to go under you and under you and under you. And part of their team is also going to be adding. So that leg could be a powerful leg that's growing quickly. The other leg is the one you have to build yourself. You're the one at the top. There's no one above you. So whoever you bring in, you've got to rely on those people to help build the leg with you. But you're not going to get it from an upline. It's purely you are the top of that upline. Okay. So that leg generally starts growing slower, but you can get to a stage where you've got powerful people in there that are really pushing it, and that leg can now become your power leg, and the other leg will become your pay leg. So it's important to have strong people specifically on that side, because that's one's going to grow a lot slower than the other side. Okay, any questions around that before we move on? All right, your home button takes you back to your home page. The store is where you'll purchase the products. And your commission will take you into all the, just tap on these things. It'll show you different things. There's even an income statement, which you can download into an Excel spreadsheet for an accountant if you want. Tells you what you've earned, what your rank advancement is, what your next rank advancement. We click on rank advancement. It will tell you exactly what you've got to do for the next advancement. So they're currently paid as manager. I think this one only. There's another one where it'll actually show you what you have qualified for that, and what it is to become director. So really what I've got to do is now get a manager on each side, and one more self-sponsored person on the left side, and that will qualify me as the manager, as the director. Organization, that's the main one that I want you to fiddle around with, because that's going to give you so much information about your business. Monthly subscription, if you want to set a monthly subscription, and I do advise it, because if I look at a lot of the downline, they don't have it, and then they forget about it. I know of someone that's 15,000 points because of it. All the orders, you can tap on there and it'll give you all the orders that you placed over the time. Gives you the shipping dates, what you've ordered, how much, cancelled orders, returned orders, open orders.
Peter, can I
Yeah.
add something that I think might be of value to everyone? Talking about auto shipping. So just because you're an advanced doesn't mean you mustn't auto ship. Okay. I was losing out there because from what I understood, it's 3 months, but it's only the first 3 months, okay, that is seen as an auto shipment. Following those 3 months, you got to auto ship still, even though you're on advanced. Okay, so just make people aware of that. I wasn't aware of it. I thought it was every 3 months. So once I was diamond, then I was like, okay, I'll just buy every 90 days because I'm buying in bulk, but you still have to auto ship. I wasn't closing cycles because I wasn't auto shipped. Okay. So just wanted to make you all aware of that as well.
Yeah, and if you're not putting that monthly order through within the 31 days, your points can flush, and then you're going to start from zero again. And some people have lost huge amount of points, and that's the core of your business. This business isn't about signing up a person and getting that commission or what are they called, product incentive bonus. That's like selling a product out of a shop, and you're not going to get that unless you're signing everyone up every single day. That's not where the core of the money is. The core of the money is building your binary and earning every single week, whether it's $50, $100, or $1,000. That's where the big money is. And if you don't place your order within the 31-day period, you lose all those points, and it's going to take a long time again to build all those points up. And once you start using those points, believe you me, they start depleting very quickly. Turning it into money, it's great, but then you say, oh, geez, I better build some more points there. Dimitri, you want to say something?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Peter. I just wanted to ask, we used to have that little binary where you could show us how many points you earn on the left and right, and you could bring in 6 people to cover your initial cost. Do you have an update for the new points? How many people you need to bring in to break even on your original purchase?
No, I don't have that. Liesel, do you have maybe a little bit of information on that? Liesel's still with us. Okay, maybe not. I'll make a note of that and see if I can find something like that. If not, I'll create one myself.
Yeah, if we can just like draw it up and just post it on the group even, that'd be cool.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, but I've used it a couple times, but I just haven't done it with the new system, with the new points.
Okay, moving on to this dashboard. Once we go to the main page, you can come down here. It tells you what percentage you are for the next rank and how you're rating. On this side is all your orders. You can click on an order, go check on it. All your past orders here, or click on it, it'll open up the whole lot. This is all your brand partners. These are people that you brought in recently. Now, either you can go and hover over a person. There's Lisa Serfontein. I can click on there and I can go into a whole account and actually monitor it. or I can click on this blue bar at the bottom and it says view all of them. And there's every single person that's in my downline. So the 50. Now, this to me is a very valuable tool. I go check on this regularly, if not 3 times a week, because it tells me who is still active and who has fallen off the bus. But more so, this way next order date, because a lot of people haven't put order shipments in place, it tells me exactly when they've got to order again. So I follow up from this. I have a look and say, Lauren, if he doesn't order by the 19th of this month, he's going to lose his stuff. And then I'll find out who brought him on, send them a message and say, are you aware that Lauren is going to, his points are going to flush. So you just assist each other. And as you can see, there's lots of people here, lots of people that have actually fallen off. And it's because they haven't placed their order within the 31 days. These ones are pending at the moment. 21st, they've got to place. So it warns you now, they are close to it. It's going to happen in the next week. And you can monitor everyone in your downline, even if you don't know these people because they've been brought on by other people. Just have a look there. See, Yolanda brought that person on, Diane brought that person on, Desiree brought that, Kate brought that, Estelle brought that, Michelle brought that. So those are all people from within my downline and upline. There's Alicia. Alicia's not on mine. She's part of my upline. Liesel's part of my upline. She was my sponsor. So you can see exactly who the person is that brought on, and you can just send them a message. Say, are you aware that that person's going to flush? They can get hold of them directly and save them from their points flushing. So to me, that's a very important thing that you've got to be looking at on a regular basis.
Peter, can I ask a question?
Yeah.
So when they are not active, is there a way that you can save them?
Yes, you can. They've got basically they've got 7 days from that date that they can still place an order. And then the other thing is that if a person missed out on the date, within those 7 days they can place it, but you've got to get hold of helpline. And all you do is the helpline at the bottom here, live chat, go on it and just chat to them. Immediately you get answers.
So you only have 7 days.
Yeah, you've got 7 days, but your excuse has to be good. I won't mention people's names on it, but one lady that lost 15,000 points, she forgot. And she told them, I didn't place because I forgot. They said, sorry, we're not going to give you your points back. It's not a good enough excuse. So they are a little bit tough on it, although it's the first time. And you only have one chance. Once you've redeemed your points because you haven't put it through in time, the second time, sorry, they will not do it for you.
So
And
I'm not necessarily talking about points. I'm talking about, so if you've got a left and a right, and the one's gone to inactive, could you make them active again? Yeah,
if they place an order, they will be active.
Okay.
Yeah. Remember, we've signed up for a year basically with LifeWave. After your year's out, in order for you to maintain that account as a brand partner, you have to pay $25 to maintain that status as a brand partner for LifeWave. So from the date that you started till your account's still active, but you won't be getting points if you aren't placing an order every single month. So if you want to get the points rolling again, you just place an order. So someone can come on and say they just want the product and they might buy for 3 months, but they're not interested in the business side. Then the points don't matter. Okay, then they don't have to worry about it. But what we do find is people do come on saying they don't want to get into the business, but 2-3 months down the line, they bumped into someone says, what are you using? And they tell them, and they sign up with their link. And before they know it, they're actually turning it into a passive business. Okay. So this area to me is one that I monitor regularly, and it just gives me a good indication on where my business is going and who the strong ones are and who the weak ones are, and who's contributing to it and who isn't contributing to it. Gives you the focus on where you must be focusing. If you look at a lot of people here have flushed. So who knows? Are they going to order again, or was it just a once-off thing? Or so you can follow up with them and find out. Okay. Any questions around that besides before I move on? Okay. Downline subscription orders. I think I went in there already, didn't I? Now you see the amount of people I got on there. And these are the only people that have actually got auto shipments in place out of all of those people. So these people are safe. Their points won't flush because they've got the auto shipments going to happen without them forgetting. All the other people sit in a situation where, oh, geez, I forgot. It's that date again. And if you signed up, let's say on the 1st of the month, and then on the 15th of the month, you placed another order, the 31 days starts from your last order. Not from the sign-up date, it's from the last order that you placed. Gives you the 31-day period on when you misplace another one. So that can fluctuate if you're not sticking to one date every single month. Can everyone still hear me? My internet connection is unstable, it says. Is everyone still there?
Yes, we are.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, all right. Okay, good. I think that's enough of the back office, unless there's something specific that someone wants to know about. Or Landra, maybe there's something that you feel that I haven't shown that we should show you. Okay.
No, Peter, I think it's all covered.
Okay.
Yeah.
But, this is very quick and very brief, and it's a lot of information. So please, guys, if you want to maintain your business without any queries where I don't know how to do this or what to do that, sit one day and just go through everything. Click on it. You can't break it. And you're going to say, wow, I can see this. Wow, I can see that. Gee, that's answered my question. And it also alleviates people from always asking a question. And when they've got all the information, quite frankly, all of us have all the information. None of us should actually ever have to ask a question. If we just go in and use the tools that LifeWave has provided us with. It's very comprehensive. It's just a matter of getting used to getting around. I learned by fiddling myself. No one taught me. I sat here like a kid with a new cell phone and just went through every little thing. And I'm still learning more little tricks every single time I go in. All right. Right, I'm going to stop sharing that and then go into the bit of a slideshow we got. Now, this presentation I've already shared before. We went through a bit of training on this maybe a month or two back, but it's fine. We can just go through it quickly again. Okay, how do I effectively build my business when I just got started? First of all, attend the Zoom meetings. That's where you get a lot of information. Watch the replays. And we put in there, get your first 10. But what I'd rather say is this is a team Facebook page. We have an Inspire Facebook page, which Alandra has beautifully set up for us. I hope everyone is subscribed to both of those. And in those, there is a minefield of information and knowledge, and Renita's promoted it and shown us how we can get into files and patching protocol and all the little PDFs that we can get from there. So it's essential. Use that. Get to know both of those Facebook pages. We're trying to set up our own one, which is the Inspire, and we're building a lot of information on there, and that's going to start accelerating even more with the plan that we've got for that. Okay, now this is the one that basically this whole training for tonight was really based on, was explaining the binary. So if you take number 1 at the top here, that could be you, but I also want to explain it as it could be your upline. Okay, so let's start it with as you. You come in, you bring on a person that you personally sponsored, number 2, and number 3 you brought in, which you personally sponsored. That is the only thing that's going to open your binary. If you only have one on the one side, now that person might be down here that you brought on, but this dotted line that I put here, this is your left leg, and this is your right leg. As I mentioned earlier on, there were people that were getting confused with that's left and that's right. No. This side here is your left. That's their left and their right. And this is your right. So one on that side and one on this side that you personally sponsored, then your binary opens. And once you build up the, let's say, 660 on this side, which is all the points that these people have fed you, and these people have fed you, it all goes up to you, it goes up your upline as well. Once you get 660 on this side and 330 on that side, you then qualify for the first $50 payment in that week. Then you've got to maintain that to try and get $50 the next week and $50 the next week. And then before you know it, it's $100 and $100 and then $150. It's a time process of building those points. Okay. So let's say this is your upline and they brought you in there. And then they put these people under you. You haven't brought anyone in yet. You will still accumulate all of their points. But it won't open your binary until you've got one person on the one side and one person on the other side that you personally sponsored. That opens your binary. To go manager, you're going to have 1, 2, 1, 2. Then you become a manager when you've got 2 personally sponsored on the right leg and 2 sponsored on the left leg. And that's where the locking of placement comes into play, is when you've got 1 on the one side and 2 on the other side, make sure you don't put your third one on that same side. You've got to then go back and lock that placement so that you make sure that the person goes onto the other side. Then you've got 2, 2, you become manager. To go director, you have to have 3 and 3, and one of those 3 have to be a manager, and one of those 3 have to be a manager, which takes us back to Steve and Gina's training all the time, is they want everyone to become a manager machine. Is you've got to become manager and teach your downline how to become a manager. Because once they become a manager, you then go to director status. And they teach theirs how to become manager. So it's all about producing managers. That's the core of this business, is producing managers. If we're not focused on producing managers with our downline, we're going to stagnate where we are. All right. Any questions around that one? Everyone clear? Cool. Okay, you'll see when you go into your back office on the right-hand side, there'll be words of PV, RV, and LV. What those mean is left volume and right volume. Okay. That means what you've got on your right side, how many points you've got on the right side, how many points you've got on the left side. And your idea is to get it to at least 660 or 330. A lot of you might go in now and find you've got 5 or 6 or 10,000 on the one side and only 100 or 200 on the other side. And you keep on growing that big one because it's your power leg. You're never going to get to the point of actually cycling. You've got to get that to the 660 or 330 minimum. If you want to cycle twice, it's got to be double that. Then the PV is your personal volume. Okay. PV is the orders that you have bought yourself. You will have personal volume, and that will be allocated on the leg as well. But the new protocol for manager now is you don't have to have 2 silvers left, 2 silvers right, just have anyone there, but you have to have 300 PV to qualify as a manager. Okay? And that can take a person a month, 2 months, depending on how much they've ordered the first time. So it's much quicker that you get to that manager status than it was on the old point system. X39, X49 gives you 74 points. All other sleeves give you 55 points. Okay. Yes, Dimitri.
Hi, Peter, yeah, not so. Yeah, so yeah, I think I missed that one. Is that I was always focused on 2 left, 2 right.
Yeah.
Still. So you're saying I don't have to do that anymore?
No. You must focus 2 left, 2 right, but it doesn't have to be 2 silvers anymore. To go manager, you had to have silvers. If you brought in the bronze, you wouldn't qualify as a manager unless they upgraded to a silver. Now it doesn't matter if it's a core, advanced, or a premium. It can be the lowest end, but as long as you've got 300 PV. Now, you've been in the business for quite a while. Your PV is over 300. So if you just bring in 2 cores left, yeah.
So if I say for someone I bring in with the core, and they got 180 points, then over the next 2-3 months they can accumulate to 300 and become then a valid. Then they got their 300 points,
yeah,
which
they
will then
would
count.
Yeah, they would have a tick for that criteria. The one criteria is 300 PV or more, and the other criteria is 2 personally on the left, 2 personally on the right, and they can be cores. They don't have to be of a certain level like we did have before. You can bring in the lowest of the lot, but you have to now have 300. That's it. Yeah.
Thanks, Ben.
Yeah. So it's much quicker and easier to get to manager than what it was previously with the old system. Okay. All right. And yeah, a lot of these slides I'm just going to skip through. They were part of the previous presentation and went into slightly different things than what tonight's topic was more about the binary. But the point of it is always just duplicate. As we mentioned before, teach people to become manager, teach them how to become manager. It only matters to duplicate. You've heard Steve and Gina drum that in all the time, and that's the essence of this business, is just duplicate what they've duplicated, and everyone becomes a duplicator. Couple of this we mentioned already when I was going through the back office is how many days do I have to reorder. You got 31 days from that, from the date of your last order. What happens when my points flush? They go back to 0. These points are needed in order to cycle. If you don't have points, you can't cycle. No points equals no money. And that's what you're working towards. You're working more towards cycling than you are towards getting the commission for bringing someone on. That's where the big money is. Regular weekly cycling and building that up. Can I reinstate my points? Yes, you can after 7 days and then flushing. But you have to send proof with the order and the order number, and you have to ask them for permission. They ask you why, and then they decide at the end of the day whether they will reinstate it or not.
Let me just jump in quickly. You can only do that once in your lifetime with LifeWave. Your points flush, you have one opportunity to get the points reinstated, and you have to have a good excuse. Then going forward, if they flush, you start at 0 again.
Yeah.
Only a once-off.
Yeah. And yeah, that's quite a good thing. You're building points quite quickly because your upline is helping you on the one side as well. So it's quite a mission to get it back. Sorry, Liesl, did I butt in there while you were still talking?
No, 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 not at all. I just want people to be aware in your lifetime with LifeWave, if it happens, I mean, life happens. So if it happens once, you've got a good excuse, you can reinstate it. But when your points flush, you have 7 days to place an order, send it to help desk, and they will reinstate it. But it's a once-off. If it flushes again going forward, you start at naught. You have to build from scratch again.
All right. What is the importance of smart delivery? Exactly what Liesel said and what I've said previously in it. It just makes sure that you are safe, that the order is placed on time, that you won't lose all your points and then start from the beginning again. And it takes a while to build those points, and those points are so valuable. All those points are always cash. Okay. Does an upgrade count towards my monthly? Yes, it does. So someone can come in at core and then the next month upgrade to advanced. And the difference on what they paid for the core versus the advanced, they're only paying the balance. And they got 3 sleeves of X39 with the core, and advanced is 6 sleeves, so they will get the balance of the sleeves as well. But just a bit of a tip there, which I discovered a couple of days ago after bringing a new brand partner on, was that she started a core and she said she's going to try it for a month or 2 and see how it goes before she actually decides to go out and market it. And then I noticed a week later, she put through almost $1,000 worth of orders. And I thought, wow. So I phoned her and I said, please don't put any more orders through because you should just rather upgrade. And if she upgraded from core to advanced, she would have saved herself $40 on what she would have paid by just putting the orders through. So coming in at core, if you do the numbers on that $295 and split it down to the 3 X39s or 1 X39 and 4 of the other packs, you're saving $40 versus placing those individual orders. It's a major saving. The next one you upgrade again, you're saving another $40. So it's cheaper for a person to sign up as a core than to just place orders. Yes, Dimitri.
So could she not do the upgrade afterwards?
And when I phoned her quickly about it, and we said, well, should she cancel it? So I said, yeah, you can try. I've never tried canceling an order, but the money's gone off a card already. I'm sure it can be done, but I said it might be a little bit of a mission. So anyhow, which we decided.
Peter, I mean, even if the money went through, she's still allowed to purchase the upgrade path, right?
Yeah, she can, but she bought so much stock that in order to upgrade as well at the same time, would be quite ludicrous. So I said to them, fine, keep that, because that would be orders that you have after your upgrade. But next time you need to order, rather just upgrade and benefit from. It's the same thing. It's just in a reverse process.
Yeah.
But the reason why I'm sharing it with everyone is when someone wants stock and says, no, I don't want to get involved, I'd rather just order a few through you. Just explain to them that there is a benefit by rather signing up than it is by actually buying through my shop, or even if I buy it, it costs you.
Can I add something, Peter?
Yeah.
All right. So what I've been doing is I treat everyone like a brand partner from day one. Even if they just want to buy a 1 X39, I show them the value of getting more for less. So most of them end up opting to buy in a core. So when I'm introducing LifeWave to someone and they're in for the product, I already then show them. Then I start treating them like a brand partner. But when I say treat them like a brand partner, I mean I let them know that they can get more value for their money by going for core. So that's how I've been doing it. I don't know if that will help you, but I thought it worthy to mention.
Yeah, absolutely. They do get more value for money. And the point of the matter is, even if they just buy once, they have saved money. And if they never buy again, it's still cheaper than just putting it through your account. Right. Thought that was a good tip, and I only discovered that a couple of days ago. Okay, when I upgrade, how much commission points and stock do I receive? When you upgrade, the system will subtract the amount you already paid, the sleeves you paid for, and send you the difference. And the company will also subtract the comms. So, like someone signing up as a call, you get $35. Then I had to upgrade to advance. It's $75, so there's a $40 difference. You'll just get paid that difference. Why is it better to sign up as a brand partner instead of a customer? Well, we've just gone through that. Is the yearly subscription? Yes, it's $25 per annum that you've got to pay to stay as a brand partner. And that is the end of that. Stop sharing. Go back to this.
Peter,
Questions.
one more question there. One more. I know when I earn commission, I've been wanting to use that money to buy product, but I've always been short a little bit, and you can't top up. I think you have to have more commission to cover the product order for the monthly.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's supposed to be like that, but that's been my experience.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they treat it as one payment, not part payments from different things. So, yeah. Cool. Okay, any questions about that? And I hope that everyone learned a lot more on how to get around and manage it. And it's essential. It really is essential. And no one, I'll reiterate the thing, no one would need to ask any questions about anything if they just took the time to fiddle through those things. And it's not just the fact of where your binary is, what your upline's doing, how many points they got, how does the binary work. It's to do with everything else about the product itself. All those brochures there, all the information is what is X39, what does it do, where do you stick the patch, everything is in there. Besides those other platforms that have been created for us, like the YouTube channel, like the Facebook channels. And on that note as well, I see Oliver posted on the group, everyone to see if everyone is subscribed to the Inspire YouTube channel, which we're building quite heavily at the moment. It's grown quite nicely. One of the videos has actually got how many, Alondra? 1,800 views, eh?
Yeah. We do plan on, excuse me, putting more material on that can support our brand partners. Yeah, the professional panel, the doctors panel did really well.
And Fred, your one is over 200 views. Kathy, the one you guys did, it's also, I think, close to 200 views. So it's getting momentum, and it's giving us a lot of exposure out there. So it's essential that we build these things. Unfortunately, we've got a dynamic person in Alondra with all these social media things to help us to build it. We've got 63 subscribers so far. So anyone who hasn't subscribed to it, please go ahead and subscribe. It's going to help us to get the algorithms going and get more exposure. And then all these meetings will not necessarily be these training ones, but our product presentation to new brand partners goes on there. And then we can go, when everyone goes who's not on here, goes and clicks on that, it pushes up the algorithm. So every time you go view a video there, it's going to push it up and give us more and more exposure as we go forward. So a lot of information there, testimonials we'll be putting on there, a lot of shorts we'll be putting on there. So we've got big plans on how to develop and grow those. And then the Facebook one as well is also a lot of information to give us more and more and more exposure. And to give you an example of that is I had someone from Namibia that phoned me, from a bar or so, wanting the product. I didn't even have to sell it to her. She said, I want it. We're 67 years old. We had stem cell therapy. It cost us $50,000. It's worn off now. I've heard about the patches. I want it. I didn't have to sell it to her. She said, how much is it? She's bought 6 months supply. 6 months supply. So the exposure that we get out of these things will draw people. The phone will be ringing off the hook with people coming to us instead of us going knocking on doors and trying to find people. And I think we all knew that eventually this product will be. People have heard about and be looking for agents that can supply them. And all the social media stuff and that sort of thing is going to help to drive it. So yeah, I hope everyone is subscribed to the YouTube channel. If you haven't, when you jump off it, please go and subscribe to it. It's just
Thank you,
help.
Peter. Peter, I'm sorry to stop you. Just before everyone leaves, thank you to Peter for sharing his back office. Because of GDPR or data regulations, POPI and so forth, I'm going to be adding this recording as an unlisted video to hold people's information private. Please try to only share it with your teams if absolutely necessary. That's just to keep us safeguarding people's information that's running through the screen. So that will be an unlisted video, but we'll share it as a replay. Just wanted to make you guys aware of that because there's information in there, people's names and so forth. Cool. That's me. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you very much. If there's no more questions, I just want to urge you people to please go and fiddle around with all the tools. Get yourself familiar with it. You're going to find that your life's going to become so much easier when you actually pick up all this information. And we all have it. Every single one of us on here has that information. It's just a fact of spending the time fiddling with it. And don't be scared to hit on a button. You're not going to break anything. You're not going to change anything. You're just going to discover things that you didn't know was there before. And when you discover something that makes you excited, then share that with someone else. Say, whoa, look what I found. And it might help someone else to go in there. So yeah, thank you very much. We've gone over our hour. But I think it was well worth it for the people that just needed that little bit of advice. And my Monday, I will be sticking to Monday training stuff, and I will take what I believe is good topics that is going to help people build their business more. And yeah, when we pick up people are asking questions, then we'll just tackle that sort of area. If there's more people that are lacking in that area or want to know more information about it. And then let's take it forward. Great.
Hey, everybody. I just wanted to say hi, that you all don't have daylight savings. And we, just so you know, the timing in Eastern time zone right now is 7 hours behind you, like Renita usually is. So Renita would be 8 hours behind. Now you don't move clocks ever. Is that correct?
No.
Okay.
We do. Well, we don't, but I think Demetria and myself, we coincide with other time zones. So we're aware of the 2 hour, 2 before, 2 after. But in South Africa, we don't use daylight savings. No.
Okay, good for you. I wish they would get rid of it. But so anyhow, I just wanted to say hey, because I see Nancy's on here. My fiance had jumped on briefly, and then she called me and said, I think they're ending the meeting right now. And I said, oh, yes, I guess they are. So anyhow, I just wanted to say sorry. We just got back really late last night. So.
Well, welcome back, Fred. How was the trip?
Oh, it was amazing. It was, yeah, you saw the little video with Renita, but yeah, we had a lot of great stuff. Let's see. I was thinking, is there a photo I could drop into the chat? Like, here's one. I don't know if that will, let's see, transfer. It's restricted by my administrator, so I can't drop in a photo in you.
Fred,
But
did you taste the water?
did you say the water? No, the water
right.
machine is not available yet. That was not part of the thing. That's coming out in the spring. They did say there was, there were 1,000 people there. And think about that. I mean, so and they wanted to try to say make the next trip even bigger. Now, I have to say that in Punta Cana, the site itself is just so huge. And it was, and Renita, that was the first thing she said. I've never seen a resort this big. So on the one hand, if LifeWave's going to have bigger resorts, or bigger trips, they're going to have a big resort. But if it's that big, it's kind of, I guess if any of you go to a resort, for one of these trips, when you go on a trip in the future, I would advise actually being closer to wherever the action is. In our case, we were over by the beach, and the beach, that sounded exciting to be closer to the beach, but we really didn't get to go to the beach as often as we like because all of the all-inclusive stuff was a good 15 plus minutes away, and it was hot. So there's some logistics, but it was still a blast. I mean, we had a great time, and they took some drone photos. I have not seen the one that has most of the 1,000 people, but supposedly that's going to be one of the marketing things that'll be available. They did say that there are going to be 3 weeks of incentives coming very soon, like right around here before Black Friday and after it. So we should be on the lookout for those. I haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen a new announcement, but I think as early as this week, there's something supposed to be coming out.
Right.
Peter?
Yeah.
Hi, it's Estelle here.
This is so.
I just wanted to also ask now, with the people going on YouTube and the Facebook groups and that, when they find you like that Zimbabwean woman, where do they find our phone numbers, or does it just go to the leaders like Liesel and yourselves? And
No, it's with your own marketing by putting stuff out. If they had to go onto the general group with mine never came through the YouTube channel, but you get more exposure from that. But
okay, just your general marketing on the internet and whatnot.
Yeah, so your stuff that you're putting out on Facebook and that sort of thing, that's where they'll pick up those sort of details. But things that we have put on YouTube and we put on Facebook is you can use that stuff to put on your own. So
right. But you have to do that to generate the lead.
For to come directly to you, yes,
yeah. Okay.
Peter, can I please ask a question? Because I'm driving myself insane. And you're going to swear at me. I'm sorry, because you've shown us already. So, but very quickly, can you tell me, where do I find my date that I need to order by?
The date that you need to order by is, are you in it at the moment?
Yeah.
And let me see if I can put it back up.
Sorry, I know you've gone through it.
Not a problem.
Yeah, I've clicked on everything trying to find it. Well, obviously not everything, otherwise I would have found it.
There's a lot of things to click on. That's the whole thing, is it's got so much information that you're going to have to try a few times. Okay, I've got that. And then you find something and say, how did I find that?
Yes, exactly. That's happened.
Okay, there's a few ways to do it. Go on to view newest brand partners at the bottom, which is your main page. Okay, then go.
Yeah.
Okay, then go to the bottom of all those brand partners, and you'll find your name. You'll be the very first one on that whole list.
No. New brand partners list, right?
Yeah.
Oh, there. Okay. Got it.
Then you'll be the last one on there. You can click on that and it'll bring up front. and it bring up all your
So
points
am I
and
clicking on the business card? Well,
everything. Yeah, you click on the business card. It'll tell you what your points and everything are. And then you go to your orders,
yeah.
and it'll show you when your last order was placed.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. And that is your 31-day period.
Okay. Thank
Okay.
you.
Pleasure. All right. I think that's it, ladies and gentlemen. And yeah, we've gone way over time here. But once again, I hope you found it useful. And you know what I have picked up is as we've gone forward, there's a lot of things where people don't know about a lot of these things, and I don't think it's been passed on to the new brand partners. So it just cascades where people get lost and are unaware of what they should be doing. So I'd like to focus a lot of the training on giving people direction. And when you bring someone on, my opinion is if you don't know all the stuff, don't even go out and bring someone on, because you're just going to be adding confusion to the pile all the time. At least give them some areas. You don't have to teach them every little thing, but tell them this is where you go for that. That's where you go for that. Go teach yourself. Go teach yourself. LifeWave has spoiled us with all the information. And if you want to run a healthy business, get to know all the stuff. It'll work. You have to know how to get around. Otherwise, you're going to fall short with it and then wonder why you're not making money.
As Les Brown says, Peter, you gotta be hungry.
I think we all know it's tough enough trying to find people because certain markets and certain types of people to say, yeah, we get a lot of rejections, we get a lot of problems out of there, and we don't have to add fuel to the fire with all of that. Just know your business very well. It's going to save you a lot of time and a lot of money when it does start building. But stick it out. It's going to take a while. I've seen progress and progress and progress and progress, little pieces going. And eventually it's going to get to a point. Maybe not to the point with Renita where they're earning $40,000, $50,000 a week, but I would be quite happy with $10,000 or $20,000 a week. And we'll get there. We'll get there. Liesel, do you want to jump in and say anything there with all your minefield of knowledge around it?
I just think a lot of people get disappointed if you go in your back office and you see all of these people that are inactive. But you must understand a lot of people joined, they join as a brand partner because they're getting the product at cost. So I think when you sign someone up, always give the product at the best possible price, but then also ask them, are you joining to get it at cost or do you want to build a business? Because if they say to you they want to build a business, that's when you lock arms and you work with them. Because I've noticed a lot of people, they get started, they reach out to people. They first, let's say 5 people say no to them, they get discouraged and they basically quit. So I think if you establish from the beginning, are they just here to use the product or do they want to build with you, then I would suggest the first 5 to 10 people, do not let them approach people by themselves. Do 3-way calls with them, do a presentation on their behalf because they're eager to start, but they do not have the knowledge and they are going to get hit by a lot of, objections. And you as a leader will be able to answer that because, you've got the skills, network marketing. That's just my suggestion because I see people falling through the cracks. And I think going forward, just take their hands, get them to become self-sufficient, gain the knowledge. And I just think that's why we lose a lot of people because they go out there, they get rejection, and then they think to themselves, I can't do it. So that's just something that I would advise going forward. When you get started, please don't do this by yourself. Reach out to your uplines. That's what we're here for.
Thank you for that.
Great. All right. Shemaine, you sorted with everything there? You're not going crazy?
Yeah.
Yeah. And now that you've seen a little bit more, maybe, is if you're fiddling around, you find something, just give us a shout and we can help you through it.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening.
Thank you, everybody.
Good
Thanks,
luck with your.
Peter. Appreciate you. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Peter.
Everybody.
Thank you, Lana.
Bye.
Thank you, everyone. Have a lovely evening. Bye.